future Saudi king tightens grip on power with arrest of Prince Alwaleed. RIYADH, Reuters, Saudi Arabia's future king has tightened his grip on power through an anti-corruption purge by arresting royals, ministers and investors including billionaire Alwaleed bin Talal, who is one of the kingdom's most prominent businessmen. Prince Alwaleed, a nephew of the king and owner of investment firm Kingdom Holding 4280.se, invests in firms such as Citigroup, CN, and Twitter, twtr.n. He was among 11 princes, 4 ministers and tens of former ministers detained, 2 senior officials told Reuters on Sunday. The purge against the kingdom's political and business elite also targeted the head of the National Guard, Prince Miteb bin Abdullah, who was detained and replaced as Minister of the powerful National Guard by Prince Khaled bin Ayyaf. News of the purge came early on Sunday after King Salman decreed the creation of an anti-corruption committee chaired by Crown Prince Mohammed, his 32-year-old favorite son, who has amassed power since rising from obscurity 3 years ago. The new body was given broad powers to investigate cases, issue arrest warrants and travel restrictions, and seize assets. The homeland will not exist unless corruption is uprooted and the corrupt are held accountable, the royal decree said. Analysts say the arrests were another preemptive measure by the Crown Prince to remove powerful figures as he exerts control over the world's leading oil exporter. The roundup recalls the palace coup in June, through which Mohammed bin Salman ousted his elder cousin, Mohammed bin Ayyaf, as heir to the throne and interior minister. MBS, as he is known, was expected to follow, at least by removing Prince Miteb from leadership of the National Guard, a pivotal power base rooted in the kingdom's tribes. Over the past year, MBS has become the ultimate decision-maker for the kingdom's military, foreign, economic and social policies, causing resentment among the Al Saud dynasty, parts of which have been frustrated by his meteoric rise. Saudi Arabia's stock market (TASE) dropped 1.5% in early trade on Sunday before recovering somewhat. The royal decree said the arrests were in response to exploitation by some of the weak souls who have put their own interests above the public interest in order to, illicitly, accrue money. The line between public funds and royal money is not always clear in Saudi Arabia, an absolute monarchy ruled by an Islamic system in which law is not systematically codified and no elected parliament exists. WikiLeaks cables have detailed the huge monthly stipends that every Saudi royal receives, as well as various money-making schemes some have used to finance lavish lifestyles. Analysts said the purge aimed to go beyond corruption and aimed to remove potential opposition to Prince Mohammed's ambitious reform agenda. In September, the king announced that a ban on women driving would be lifted, while Prince Mohammed is trying to break decades of conservative tradition by promoting public entertainment and visits by foreign tourists. The Crown Prince has also slashed state spending in some areas and plans a big sale of state assets, including floating part of state oil giant Saudi Aramco on international markets. The most recent crackdown breaks with the tradition of consensus within the ruling family, wrote James Dorsey, a senior fellow at Singapore's S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies. Prince Mohammed, rather than forging alliances, is extending his iron grip to the ruling family, the military, and the National Guard to counter what appears to be more widespread opposition within the family as well as the military to his reforms in the Yemen war, he said. Scholar Joseph Kachichian said the interests of the Al Saud, however, would remain protected. Both King Salman and heir apparent Mohammed bin Salman are fully committed to them. What they wish to instill, and seem determined to execute, is to modernize the ruling establishment, not just for the 2030 horizon, but beyond it too, he said. Many ordinary Saudis praise the crackdown as long awaited. Other detainees include former Finance Minister Ibrahim Al-Asaf, a board member of national oil giant Saudi Aramco, ousted Economy Minister Adel Fageeh, who once played a major role in drafting MBS reforms, former Riyadh Governor Prince Turki bin Abdullah, and Khalid al-Tuwajiri, who headed the royal court under the late King Abdullah. People on Twitter applauded the arrests of certain ministers, with some comparing them to the Night of the Long Knives, a violent purge of political leaders in Nazi Germany in 1934. Bakr bin Laden, chairman of the big Saudi bin Laden construction group, and Alwaleed al-Ibrahim, owner of the MBC television network, were also detained. At least some of the